Opportunities arrived, then disappeared.
The world watched, but no changes came. Time moved forward, even as diplomacy stood still.
The world outside continues, unaware of the subtle shift inside.
Even leaders are human, and sometimes humanity is enough.
The details of the past 12 years lie beneath their feet, waiting to be reconciled.
Each action deliberate, yet every gesture unplanned.
The world outside remains oblivious to the seed of change planted here.
A single nod can carry the weight of years of distrust.
And yet, it is the letting go that makes the moment significant. A young staff member will later recount, and the ripple begins.
History is recorded not only in grand speeches, but in unscripted gestures.
And in their quiet exit, a door opens that many thought long closed.
A handshake, unnoticed by the world, begins to shift the course of events.
The world will only learn later that change can start in the most human of moments.
That ordinary handshake became the most whiskered-about story of the conference.
It was not evidence of peace, only of possibility.
Within an hour, the story began to circulate internally.
By mid-afternoon, reporters were asking, what exactly happened in the fifth-floor hallway?
For Riyada, it sparked curiosity rather than alarm.
In Washington, the gesture was noted as genuine, not performative.
Officials began to reconsider what such a small action could mean. The ripple effect had begun, quietly but inevitably. No public statement, no cameras, just curiosity.
If they shook hands without cameras, then it was not a performance.
Perhaps he saw something they had not.
Six weeks later, a secret meeting was agreed to in Amman.
For the first time in more than a decade, both nations sat across from one another.
Not to accuse, not to demand, but simply to listen.
A single handshake had opened a path previously closed. History often begins in these overlooked moments.
Every movement, deliberate yet unplanned, contributed to understanding.
Recognition of common ground started quietly.
Minton drinkings. The ripple reached even those not directly involved.
No gestures were forced. No speeches rehearsed.
Possibility became evident in subtle, human interactions.
Small acts can carry immense weight.
Flutters.
Those who observed began sharing quietly, and awareness spread.
The handshake was not a performance. It was a signal. Trust began in the smallest gestures.
What had seemed impossible now held a glimmer of potential.
The ripple spread further than anyone anticipated.
Perhaps the smallest act can open doors for nations long divided.
The conference became aware of a possibility once unthinkable.
Every measured action now matters.
Understanding does not always need words. The unseen moment in the hallway had set change into motion.
A small handshake, unnoticed at first, rippled outward to shape future decisions.
18 months after Geneva, a first agreement was ready to be signed.
It was not sweeping, but it marked a new beginning. It was imperfect, yet significant. The staff knew the importance of precision.
Two men who once collided by accident now move deliberately toward a shared purpose.
Every action deliberate, yet still human.
They knew that history watches even the smallest gestures.
No grand fanfare, only careful acknowledgement.
A simple signature marked the first step in 12 years. The gesture confirmed what a handshake began. "18 months of effort distilled into a quiet moment of agreement."
To mention. Every protocol observed, every step deliberate.
History doesn't turn in big speeches, but in moments no one records.
Small gestures can reshape relations.
The handshake that started it all now completes a chapter.
And sometimes, the tiniest human moments open doors no one thought possible.